Hello there. This is me, Justin, playing Nippon Marathon, which is one of those crazy names that you have no idea how to pronounce until the in-game announcer actually announces it for you. So, what sort of game is this? Well, let's just jump right into the story mode here, and we'll go ahead and continue with this character. So, this is sort of Fall Guys, if Fall Guys were a couch competitive game. So, you can play it single player like I am right now here. The single player story mode is a little bit of a visual novel in between the different levels that you go through. But once you get to the actual levels, and I'm just going to get through this really quickly and everything. We probably actually skip a lot of this here in a second. But I did at least want to show you a little bit of what the visual novel moments of this actually look like. So we can go down here to skip scene. But anyways, once you get into the actual gameplay is very much, I would describe it as Fall Guys, but designed around couch competitive play. Instead of it being an online sort of battle royale style gameplay, this is very much made for four people sitting on a couch playing together, getting a lot of laughs and goofs out of this incredibly goofy game. So this is the main part of the game. We'll look at some of the multiplayer and mini game options here, but this is mostly what you're going to be doing in this game. So I'm not doing so well at the moment, but I'm not doing well at all because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I was checking something on the recording. That's my fault. So yeah, I'm that guy, the dog man there in the yellow vest. So the game itself is just running through these levels. You have a jump button, you have a duck button, you can pick up items. Okay, so this is really weird where you are given these sort of quick choose options. And I'll be honest, I don't know that I completely understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. I get popularity points based on how people respond. None of it makes any sense to me. I don't know if there's a right and wrong way. I think the little emoticon responses are maybe a guide how you're supposed to respond. You're supposed to get the happy ones, and people will like the happy ones better. But, I don't know. It's goofy, and I'm not sure if there's actually a logic to it. But yeah, so most of the level is exactly this. And again, if I will actually pay attention to what I'm doing, I might not lose again. So yeah, you get some of this commentary. And, really, no, I don't know. I'm stuck. Yeah, there. I lost again. So you're getting through this entire level, and it goes through several different rounds, and you can see you're getting stars. Based on if you win. At the end, they total this all up, and you get certain and occasionally you get these interruptions where they take you away to different little mini games. So this is the common one I see, which is running through a maze. So we'll try to run through this maze. Yeah, so all of this is a takeoff of the old Japanese show, or at least the one I'm most familiar with, is Takashi's Castle. If you ever watched the American TV show, was it Most Extreme Elimination Challenge? That used to be on TV. That show was a re-editing of Takashi's Castle, trying to make it, I guess, more accessible for American audiences. Shows like Wipeout are a takeoff on that formula of let's just have people compete in crazy events. Oh, man, I am not doing good I was doing much better earlier. So yeah, like Wipeout, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, Takashi's Castle. I mean, that's what we're doing here. And I think your enjoyment of this game depends heavily on how much you enjoyed those particular TV series. So, I remember Takashi's Castle used to be really popular. Like early internet, I remember watching lots of video clips of that show, because there really been nothing else quite like it on American TV at that point. I completely missed that jump, didn't I? Yeah, I'm doing pretty badly this time. I was doing much better earlier. So, the fun of this is the interaction with the levels. They're pretty interactive. You can knock things over, blow things up. There's some deformation of the level where you can deform it. And, there are some slightly different paths you can take. Usually it's like going upstairs versus going downstairs, that sort of thing. So, it is not... It's not significant differences. I would say the other issue is it's also sometimes difficult to know exactly where you're going, right? Or where you're supposed to be going. You saw that when I didn't see that corner I was supposed to turn. I feel like that happens a lot. And one of the multiplayer modes is particularly, I think, has some problems with that. So, it's the sort of game that I think might be more engaging. Yeah, see, I didn't go up. I didn't know I was supposed to go up. So this will get totaled up, all of our points and everything. You see, you get points for picking up melons and getting bitten by dogs and that sort of thing. So, that's the first time I think I've fallen out of first place. So they may not allow me to. Yeah, see, they're not going to let me go on, but that's okay. We weren't going to go on anyway. So that's the story mode. The little visual novel pieces in between, they're of a certain style of humor. It's not exactly my style of humor. It was maybe my style of humor when I was 12. And so I think your mileage will vary with those, how funny and how engaging. even when I thought they were slightly humorous, there's just too much of it. It takes too long. I suppose it's meant to be padding for the game so that the story mode feels like it's something more significant. I think it's really unnecessary. I think there are other ways to do that. So one of those would be this versus mode. So this is the main multiplayer mode. You can choose a single race like we were just doing, a half marathon, which is 4 of the courses, a second half marathon, which is the next 4, and then you can do the full marathon, which is all 8 courses. The courses, there's some good variation. There's lots of kind of like fun things. Like there you can see that second one down. There's like a slide. One of them you're on top of a train. One of them you're sort of like a kaiju monster, Godzilla, King Kong or something going through a city. So like those are fun. And, I think those are a good way to play the game. Then there are some party games. There's one that's called Lobster, which is sort of like horse is what I think it's supposed to be like. But I can't tell you that actually maybe 100% understand what I'm supposed to be doing with it. But Go Trolley, this is, I think, a lot more fun of the two mini games because this is basically bowling in a shopping cart. So this feels like, Jackass the video game, basically. So you both have to jump into the cart and then guide it down and hit the pins. So I'll say the first time I tried playing this, I did absolutely terrible. And then the second time, I ended up bowling a perfect game. So I think there is a bit of kind of figuring out the formula of how to do it and everything. But, you still have problems like that. You can reposition the trolley over here. And then even after you've placed it, you can kind of position it like this. Those all feel like features you would expect out of a bowling game, but I don't think, this is not a serious bowling game. This is a bowling mini game. This is what you would play in Super Monkey Ball or something, right? So like here we have a ramp and we have barrels. So theoretically you have to get up some speed coming down here and clear those barrels. But of course, it's going to make it much more likely you're going to leave a potential spare. I'm still not sure. Oh. And then there's the problem with this where you miss the cart. Oh, so close. Just barely missed that. But this is a fun party game. I don't think it's a long-term party game. This is not as good as, I mentioned Super Monkey Ball. This is not as good as the mini games in Super Monkey Ball. This is a mini game that you maybe play once with a group of friends, and then that's probably it. You're probably not going to play it more than once. Whoa. That's weird. I've never seen that glitch like that before. All right. Well, that was interesting. Mostly because I didn't know that you could hit those people over there on the side who were preparing it. Yeah, that's more kind of like what we're supposed to be doing. So yeah, I mean, you can see this isn't too challenging once you kind of figure it out and you're paying more attention than I am potentially at the moment because I'm trying to talk while also playing this. But, oh, that's disappointing. That's not going to be what I expected. So we'll hop out of here in just a second because we'll show you the other mini game. Yeah, so see, even that, it's pretty easy to get a spare. But, still fun. So let's go. So Lobster reminds me a whole lot more of Wipeout, which I'm sure this is all referencing shows that I'm just not familiar with in Japan. But, that is my point of reference, so that is the reference I'm going to make for it. So this is basically an obstacle course you're trying to run through. You get additional time if you get through those little bullseyes. Like I said, you can run under things, but these you want to make sure that you're jumping through. Oh, I did pretty good there for a first run. And then I guess the interesting part of this is that guy there, the sort of host of the show, he has a wheel that he'll spin and it'll modify the course in different ways. So modify like the time that you get for going through these, or modify, actually just completely change out the course at random. Well, I'm not entirely sure what I did there. Okay. Yeah, I keep missing that jump. I thought we'd get to where he brings up the wheel, but maybe I'm not to that point yet. Oh, nope. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier Fall Guys. Oh, here we get our wheel. So we'll spin this. I believe the dice randomly redo the level. This gives you a pineapple, which is basically a balloon. Because, sure, why not? I'm sure this is some reference I'm not getting. But anyways, you get this pineapple. And it'll help carry you over some gaps. So if I can get back to that area, it'll probably be a lot easier to get over that gap. Yeah, like, nope. Yeah, so that's basically Lobster. Like I said, I'll play this one more time here. Like I said, this is very much in the style of Fall Guys. Fall Guys is a game in theory I like a whole lot, but in practice, it's a game where I feel like you only have maybe control of like 60% of your character, and 40% of it's just completely just a guessing game. It never quite feels like you have the control you think you should in that game. And in a party game like this, I don't care so much, but in a game like that where I'm playing it online and it's competitive, and to me, the fun of the game is having a fair, equal chance to win. And I just never feel like I have any real control over that. I feel like it's completely, arbitrary at all times. This, at least, I feel like I have a little bit more control over. It's still that sort of goofy style of control in the way that you would play a game such as Fall Guys or Gang Beast or some others. So, I don't want to be misleading about the style of game and how you play it and all of that. There is this in-game store, and you get money for playing through these levels. You can unlock additional characters here. I don't know what these additional characters do other than they look cool. Like, it gives you some new and different looking characters. There's this turbo mode, which I suppose makes the game run faster. I have not yet purchased that. I did buy this mini games on off toggle. And then there's this item configuration, so you can change the items in the versus mode when you're playing that. So, again, these are relatively easy to get enough money to buy these. So it's nothing too big, nothing too deep with the game. So this is fun. It's available on Steam. I got it as part of a package bundle, so I'm not sure on the exact individual pricing. But, I would say for $10 or less, if you regularly play with a group of friends, this is certainly worth a couple game nights and everything. So I would say, completely worth your time. That's been Nippon Marathon. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.